The year is 1969. In association with the Radha Krishna Temple in London, George Harrison records a 3.5-minute long version of the Hare Krishna mantra, one of the most celebrated and widely performed mantras in Hindu practice. This type of music had never been presented to the public in this way before, and the results were astonishing. A couple weeks later, the track was still comfortably nestled in the UK's top 20, and the Temple Singers had been invited to perform on Top of the Pops, a British TV show that showcased the hottest and popular music. Somehow, a Hindu devotional song had broken into the popular music scene and grown a huge following. Imagine if one day you cranked up the radio and instead of a 2 Chainz song, you heard the elderly church choir from down the street singing a rousing rendition of Safe in the Arms of Jesus. This was, in essence, what had happened. The Temple Singers who hung out with George Harrison had captivated a huge audience and made the Hare Krishna mantra a household name. Without a doubt, the majority of the song's listeners had no idea what the mantra meant, needless to say what it was, but still it had a certain essence that made it instantly enjoyable and infinitely replayable. What about the Hare Krishna mantra was getting through to this Western audience? To answer this, we have to take a step back and analyze the mantra itself. The Hare Krishna, also known as the Maha Mantra, is a 16-word, 32-syllable Anustub poem first found in the Kali Santarana Upanishad. The story goes that Brahma instructed Narada, a divine sage in Hindu literature, to repeat the name of the supreme being Narayana. Not knowing what name to say, Narada asked Brahma, who responded, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Purportedly, saying the 16 names of the mantra is the best way to dispel Kali, the source of all evil, and become closer to God. While translations of the text are varied, the meaning of Hare equates to the energy of God, while Krishna and Rama invoke the name of God himself. Together, it's as if one is saying, He who is the source of all pleasure, though the meaning is far deeper than that. Now fast forward hundreds of years later to the time of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, a religious leader and prominent Krishna devotee. At the advanced age of 69, Prabhupada left his native India to spread Krishna consciousness around the world, which led him naturally to New York City. There he set up a mission and began spreading his faith, which included recitation of the Hare Krishna mantra. After a few years, Prabhupada had founded the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, though its members were more commonly referred to simply as the Hare Krishnas. Spreading their form of bhakti devotion, active worship of God through song and dance, among others, the Hare Krishnas soon became very visible in the public eye, especially concerning their connection to the Beatles and other music legends such as Bob Dylan and Stevie Wonder. During the 60s and 70s, Hare Krishnas were identified alongside hippie culture, even though their ideals are much different. For one, Hare Krishnas are free of alcohol and drugs such as marijuana, instead deriving all pleasure from reverence of the divine. Still, their place in history alongside hippie icons will remain forever. Today, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is still quite strong, even though Swami Prabhupada has passed away. Hare Krishnas can be seen all over cities, especially in towns such as San Francisco, where they're headquartered, and the Hare Krishna itself is performed by musicians from nearly every genre. Krishna Das is one such artist who has won a Grammy for his performance of Hindu spiritual music. You can find the Hare Krishna in movies and TV shows ranging from Osmosis Jones, to Seinfeld, to The Muppets, to Stripes, 2 of which star my personal favorite, Bill Murray, though that's beside the point. Why has this song remained so popular for so long? As music genres and traditions rise and fall, the Hare Krishna remains, changing very little yet remaining so versatile. What does the Hare Krishna have that other forms of popular religious music do not? The answer, it seems, lies in the words themselves. Swami Prabhupada notes that the words of the mantra are, quote, directly enacted from the spiritual platform, and thus this sound vibration surpasses all lower strata of consciousness. George Harrison of the Beatles echoes the sentiment, replying that, if you say the mantra enough, you build up an identification with God. God's all happiness, all bliss, and by chanting His names, we connect with Him. So, as we can see, the Hare Krishna is much more than just a song people sing to celebrate God. Rather, it is an experience that touches something deeper, something very personal and extremely human, which allows people to achieve a higher consciousness when chanted with loving devotion. I have nothing against U2. Believe me, Bono can wail like no other, but even the greatest of their songs doesn't come close to connecting the listener with the divine power. That is the unique beauty of the Hare Krishna, allowing anyone from any faith and any walk of life to join in something that inspires a different type of self-realization. Without knowing it, those who propelled George Harrison's Hare Krishna up the music charts were evidence of that. Without a doubt, the Hare Krishna is one of religion's greatest hits.